All right, welcome everyone. This is Elementor Silicon Valley number 7. I'd like to do some introductions. I'd like to know your name, where you're located, and what you put in your headers. Trying to get an idea what people are using in their headers. Go ahead and start off with Stacy. You're up my top left there.
Hi, Stacy Wilkinson. Currently in Boulder, Colorado. And what do I put in my headers? Usually the logo and the navigation and the search bar. And really, I haven't been building with Elementor very long, so it's all kind of having to build out a whole header is a little bit daunting to me. So I don't think I've only done 4 so far. Yeah.
Search bar is something you usually include.
Most of the clients want a search bar. They want to be able to search the content. So I've one photographer I just finished a website for, or it's actually an architectural rendering artist. And he didn't want a search bar because no one would know how to search for his products, but everyone else has wanted a search bar.
Yeah, I rarely use that. Very good.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Jeannie, you want to tell us your name, location, what you put in your headers?
My name's Janine, and I'm in San Francisco. The most recent one I did with Elementor, I've got the menu, but also a video that they had. It's a school, and they had a little video for the students to say,
So you use that as a background?
This is what we're like. Yes.
Okay.
Just with their name over it.
Uh-huh. That's an interesting idea. Haven't thought of that. Barbette, you're up.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Barbette. Headers. Right now, I just have the logo, the menu bar, and after our last session, I got a lot of great ideas that I'm working on.
Good. Gerald, do you want to go?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Gerard Lum. I'm in Mountain View, California. I just joined this group for the first time. I don't know much about Elementor, and I'm joining to learn about it. In my headers, I would usually put in a logo, and that's about it for now.
Okay, I think everyone uses a logo to start. Jerry, you're up.
Yeah, hello. I'm here in Holland, in Amsterdam, and I'm quite happy that you're organizing this one.
Sorry, you're from where?
From the Netherlands.
Oh, very good. Well, welcome.
Yeah, and I'm having on my website. I have a logo and a menu with contact information and stuff like that, and a photo carousel. So 3 photos who are changing all the time. And that's well, I have some questions about the height and the width and stuff like that, because it's not always nice how it shrinks and how it grows. So
okay, maybe we'll take a look at that at the end, and people may have feedback for you.
Okay.
LC.
Hi, I'm Lionel Calara. I'm over here just east of Walnut Creek, and basic headers with, menu links to pages and contact info.
Okay. Bob.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bob Galino. Not necessarily a website developer by trade, more of a marketing consultant, but I do a lot of web work as part of that. And of course, you put logo, menu, those search bar, those kinds of things. One of the things I've started playing around a little bit more frequently in recent times for my clients is in the top right, just putting maybe one button for something that's really important for that particular client, like sign up for a newsletter or join now or those kinds of things. Just having a button next to the main the menu navigation just to highlight a little bit more.
Kind of a call to action type button.
Yeah.
Very good. LaDonna.
How do I get rid of this thing?
So, hello. I'm just getting started using Elementor. We use the logo in the menu. One thing we're always asked is our telephone number. So I think that's a text widget or text or something to put
Yeah,
the phone
yeah.
number.
I use that a lot on my site's phone number.
And I've tried to do like a sticky header a time or two, which has been interesting. So I'd just like to see what all else can be done smoothly.
Okay.
Thanks for.
Jeff? Sorry about these names. I may be pronouncing a lot of them wrong.
Hi there. Yeah, it's Jeff.
Yep, okay.
Yep. My name is Jeff Gerke. I live in Fremont, California, so Bay Area. I've been playing around with Elementor for a few years now. In my headers, I have your general things like logo, menu bar, things like that. But where I'm working on a project right now where it's for a mobile app, and I'm putting buttons to Apple's App Store, as well as Google's Google Play Store, in a sticky header. So I've been playing around with that. Played around with a few different plugins in WordPress, and interested to see what possibilities there could be for having those CTA buttons in the sticky header,
Interesting.
especially on a mobile view.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Sure.
Jagjit, I get that right?
Yeah, pretty close. It's Jigjit. Yeah, I'm in Vacaville, California, and I'm new to this group and Elementor, and mostly just use headers for the logo and menu. Sometimes a little bit or sometimes I'll put in like a title or subtitle as well. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay, welcome to the group.
Thanks.
Next is Jimmy.
Hello, I'm Jimmy. I'm from San Jose. I'm new to the group, so I'm also pretty new with the Elementor, so I'm here to learn.
Very good. Sharon. Sharon may be busy. Let's move on to Denny.
I'm Denny Brown, Palo Alto, California. A longtime WordPress user, new Elementor user, and new to this group. And pretty standard header stuff, logo, nav bar, search, pre-header with some contact info and social media buttons.
I was waiting for someone to say social media buttons. All right, we got last is Aldine. Welcome to the group.
Okay. Hi, thanks for the welcome. I did a WordPress site in 2018 and used Elementor basically with that. So I'm here really for a refresher,
Okay.
Of course, information. Okay.
Thanks, everyone. Does anyone have any idea of the new pricing for Elementor? I saw a blurb go by. Anyone have any information on that? No? Okay. Let's review that. All right, let's get started then. I'm going to share my screen. All right. Get this out of the way. Does anyone know how to move the top bar for Zoom out of the way? Bob, do you know how to do that?
There's really not a good way. I think you can move it to the bottom.
I thought I saw that earlier, but I don't see that now.
Yeah.
Seems like you should, oh, I can drag it to the bottom. Okay, perfect. Just grab and
Yeah.
drag. All right, let's, so I'm gonna create a couple pages to use headers on. So we'll go ahead and do that first.
Hey, Greg, can you make your screen bigger?
It's full screen right now.
Oh, okay.
I can make the fonts bigger, that bigger.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, that helps. Thank you.
So we're gonna create a new page. We're already there. This is gonna resemble the inside pages. We're gonna make a little different header for the home page. So this will be my page. And let's go ahead and do that. And let's go ahead and change this to Elementor full width. I'll get rid of the page title and make everything full width. And let's just drop some content in here for fun. Okay, that'll work. Publish that. Let's create another new page. This will be our home page. And we'll go ahead and again, change to Elementor full width. Let's just drag a hero image to the top here. That'll work. And we'll save that. Actually, I want to change the name to where'd that go? We'll just update and go out. Go site settings, that's what I wanted. Okay, let's go back here. Let's try that again. Sorry, folks, I'm lost here. Let's do another new page for the home page. Call it my home page. Head with Elementor. Again, we'll go full width. Grab a hero image. Okay. Actually, I want this hero image to go all the way across. Actually, I don't want an image. I want to change the, let's get rid of the image. And we'll put the image as a background to this section. That's what I wanted to do. And we'll make the layout height a little higher. Something like so. Okay, so now we have the home page. And we have my page. So we can see we had the default header that I have on my site. We're going to change that for this page. So we're going to Go back to the dashboard, and we're going to go to templates. We're going to go to theme builder, and we're going to add a new header. I'm going to choose header. My page header, and we're going to create that template. So we could choose one of these headers if we wanted, but we're going to create our own. So we'll go ahead and create a 2-column header, and we're going to drag some things into it. Normally you drag a site logo up here. We're not going to be using this logo. That's for the other pages I'm using. So we'll just grab an image, drop that in there, and we'll choose a logo for that. And we'll left align it. And one thing I forgot to do is create a navigation for these 2 pages. Okay. Back to the dashboard. So appearance, menus. I don't know why I get this. I've been making changes here, but it wants me to check for saving. So on my page, on my home page, with these menu items on here. I already have a menu called My Menu that I created earlier. And I couldn't figure out how to delete this, but it's staying there. And we've now had these on the menu, and we'll go ahead and save that.
Hey,
And
Greg, there's a link at the bottom there. It says delete menu.
You want to
where's
change
that?
the name? Do you want to
Right
change
there.
the
Keep
name
going
or-
right under menu settings. Keep going right
Delete
there.
menu?
Yep.
Ah, okay. I looked all over for that. Thank you.
Yep.
I knew it had to be somewhere. Good eyes. So let's go back to our header we're working on for my page. And now we can drop the navigation in. And it's already set to my menu as opposed to the primary. And we'll go ahead and left align that. And let's change the font to black. Like so. Let's give the header a background of white. And let's make it a little taller. I'm going to go 150 pixels. And let's vertical align the items in it to the middle. Everything's all lined up. And that should be enough. Actually, we want to apply this to my page I created. So we're going to go to display conditions. We're going to add a condition. We're going to choose a singular. We're going to choose pages. I'm going to choose my page. Oops, wrong one. My page. Save, update. So now if we go to my page and do a refresh, there's our new header. Any questions so far? Pretty straightforward. So it scrolls off the screen. A lot of people like the sticky headers. Elementor makes that very easy. You select the row you're in, go to advanced, under motion effects, turn sticky header to the top, do an update. Let's refresh again. And now it stays stuck to the top. Very nice. What else can we do? We can also change the opacity, drop that down a little, like 80% or so. Go back and refresh my page. Now you can see, you can kind of see through the header, which a lot of people do. Let's do some other things to it. let's go ahead and select the row. And this time we're going to add some CSS to do some other things. So we're going to go to custom CSS. And we're going to, first we're going to have the background change colors. So we'll drop this in here. So selector, Elementor sticky effects. So let me show the sticky effects real quick. Let me update this. Go back and refresh. See if this works. So it's turning to purple right away. What we need to do is go back to advanced. We're on advanced. Back to motion effects. There's an offset where you can put out how many pixels down before this takes effect. It's at 0 right now, so it's purple immediately. If we change this to 150, the height of our header, we'll do an update. Go back here and refresh. Now it's its initial state. As we scroll down, as soon as we hit that 150 mark, that's when things happen. So if we look, inspect this, here's our section here. And as we scroll down, you'll see things change at that 150 mark. What's happening is it's adding a class. Here it is. Elementor sticky. It's not the one I wanted. Here it is. So anyhow, it adds this class when you hit that offset point, and you can do different things like we're doing right now, like changing the color. So if I go back here to the custom CSS, you can see what's happening. So when that offset hits the 150, it's going to change the background color. Actually, it's complaining about something here. Background color should proceed by, what it needs is a default color that doesn't have opacity to it. So let's remove the opacity and have a fallback here to just an RGB. That makes that happy. What's this one? Is overqualified. I've looked at this and it doesn't work when I remove that, so I'm not sure why they're complaining about it. Just do an update, make sure everything still works. Sure enough, it does. Let's add some other CSS to this. So selector selecting the row. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the transition background to 4 seconds. So if we scroll to the top, do a refresh. This time when we scroll down and hit the 150, it fades in, but at 4 seconds instead, which is quite a while. Just change that to 1 second. So the next thing we want to do is have the height of this shrink as we scroll down. So we'll do that next. So here again, we're selecting the row. And when Elementor sticky is in effect at that 150 mark, we're going to change the container to 40 pixels. It's a 150 right now. So we have an update. Do a refresh. So here we're dropping down to 40 pixels. We're changing the background to purple. However, it'd be nice to change the logo to a smaller logo as well. I think all these things originally came from Divi. They're the ones that kind of started this fad. So what I need to do is I need to give a logo a name. So we'll go to advanced on the logo. We'll call this my logo. So we need to target this with the CSS. Again, we'll select the row. And let's drop the next CSS selector in here. So again, we're same thing. When sticky effects is on, we're going to change my logo to a width of 120. You can see it's already showing it here. So let's go ahead and update. Back to my page. Refresh. We'll scroll down. There we go. But it jumps immediately. It'd be better if it had a transition. So we're going to add an ease to that. Back. So for my logo, this time we're going to do a transition with 1 second ease to make it a little smooth transition. Update. Go back. Refresh. Scroll down. There we get the effect we want.
Hey, Greg, will you be sharing the CSS code?
Yeah, I'll drop that in the chat.
Thank you.
It's in there now. So this looks pretty good for our inner pages. Let's do the home page, which is still looking like this. So we can get out of here. Let me show you one more thing too while we're here. So this is showing it in the shrunken state. So we'll go back to motion effects, change this to a larger number, 155. It's 5 pixels bigger than the height of it. Do an update. It still shows the smaller state unless you refresh the page. Now we can see it back to the normal state. And again, if we go back to my page, refresh, behaves like it should. Another thing we could do is we could put another row above it if we wanted to have some other information, such as social icons. Actually, it's hard to drop because they're kind of overlapping. I'll use the navigator to turn off our main header, give us access to the one we have above it temporarily. Let's put a site title. Make that a little smaller. And let's create another column. And we'll put the social icons over there. And we'll right align those. And let's make them a little smaller, like so. Let's make them circles. And let's change the colors a little bit here. Do black and white. There we go. So now if we turn our main header back on and update, back to my page, let's do a refresh. Now we have this top header bar above the main header. As you scroll down, it'll disappear because it's not stuck to the top. Be replaced by ours, like so. Okay, let's get back to the home page one. So we're going to get out of here. And let's create another template for the home page. Add new. And it's going to be a header. My home header, which I used before, create. Again, we'll start out with the 2-column header. We'll kind of do the same thing we did earlier. Change the height, 150. And let's drop in an image for our logo. This time I'm going to do a wide image because it's going to be over the hero image. We want it to show up. So there we go. Let's left align it. And go ahead and give it its name now so we don't forget. My logo. And let's grab navigation. And let's make that white as well. And let's make the header, I'll just leave it like it is for now. Let's right align navigation. Let's center these guys in the middle. That's looking pretty good. Let's set the display conditions for it. So this time we're going to do singular. It's going to be a page. This time we're going to apply it to just the home page. Save and close. Let's go to our home page, do a refresh. There we go, we have it. We want to make it sticky, however, so let's select the row. We'll go to Advanced, Motion Effects, and let's stick that to the top. Update. And let's make the background transparent. Go to Style. Turn the alpha all the way down. Do an update. And let's refresh again. So we're almost there. We need to get rid of the space and have this moved up. So what we do to do that is select the row again. I'm going to go Advanced. I'm going to put a negative margin. You can't do the negative sign until you have a number in there. So we put the number in first, put the negative sign in front of it, do an update. Back to the home page, do a refresh. There we go. We don't have a lot of content to scroll. Let's add something at the bottom. Get rid of the navigation. Add that down there. Okay, now we have something to scroll. So now you can see it stays in front. And if we go back to select this, go back to our custom CSS, and I'll drop that same code we had in the other page. Update. My home page. Refresh. There we go. Except it's not coming back to normal. Forgot to put our offset in. Motion effects, offset 150, go to 155, update, refresh. Now it's normal till we hit that offset. That's when the animation hits. So for instance, if you had this offset, not sure why you'd want it, but if you added some high number like 400, refresh, it's not going to happen until you get down 400 pixels. So that's pretty much it. Any questions? Everyone clear?
I wanted to suggest that you might want to make the drop down a high number if you didn't want the change to occur until your background image had scrolled out.
Oh, like the hero
Yeah,
image here,
instead
till
of
it's not-
400, you might want to make it when the image leaves.
That's a good idea, yeah. Let's make it even higher.
Well, yeah, whatever the image
Yeah.
is.
We'll just guess here. See how that effect works. So it stays until the image is gone. So yeah, maybe a little lower number, but yeah, it's a good idea, Janine. Any other comments or feedback?
Why did you do the negative margin for my logo?
What that does is it pushes the instead. Let me illustrate here if I can. We go back to advanced. We get rid of this 150 and update, refresh. You can see the hero image starts after the header because the margin's at 0.
Oh, okay.
If I were to change the margin to 500 and do like this, let's see even, well, I think I got the wrong number there. Sorry, I changed the bottom margin as well. Try that again. Now it's pushed down even farther. So we want to go the opposite direction. So that's why we did the 150, which is the height of the header itself. By making a negative, it gets rid of that extra space and brings the hero image up. So it eliminates it. If I were to do this, say like 120, 125, and refresh.
Yeah, but Greg,
Yeah,
can I
yeah.
ask a follow-up question to that? Why is that negative margin applied to the margin, to the menu and not to the image?
You could do the image too, but then you'd have to go into the page and you could do a negative top margin to the image itself. So either way would work.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, was that a negative bottom margin on the menu?
No, it's a negative top margin.
That is a negative top margin. Okay, yeah, so, oh, because it's sticky, it's actually not moving up the page.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
gonna be
kind
a-
of staying where it is, but it's moving the baseline. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what happens when we do the bottom.
Yeah, because if it's not sticky, then it's gonna be, it'll display funny, I would think.
So basically, he's creating a layer. It looks
Yeah.
like a
Exactly.
layer on top of.
So if we do a bottom margin, it seems to do the same thing. Since it's stuck to the top. Good point, Bob.
Yeah, I was just curious. But I guess it has to do with the fact that it's sticky.
Yeah. So if we make it unsticky. Now it's gone.
Yeah, see, it's gone now, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, it's actually not gone. It's just hidden up
Yeah, it's
above the viewport.
Right. I'm sure the same thing would happen here if we do the negative 150. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, the whole menu disappears now. Yeah.
Let's show one other thing. I added this top bar. Let's go ahead and look at this header again. Another thing that was interesting, I see a lot of people get rid of the page title, but you could also add another section here at the bottom. And let's make this a little different here. Let's make it black or dark gray. And we'll grab the page title, put in there. Center that, make it white. You could even add divider. No, I don't want a divider. Just leave it like that. Update. Let's go back to my page. There we go again. Leave. Nothing's changed. So now we have the page title here. And it scrolls off as if it's part of the page. So I might use that instead of putting my page title on every page individually or having WordPress do it. You can actually have it as part of the header. That's kind of interesting.
So you have your section marked sticky. That's why the My Pages, you put My Page as another section, and that's not marked as sticky.
That's correct. If I had it sticky, it would be at the top, either in front or back of these other sections.
So to keep one section, and if you wanted all of those to remain sticky with one section, you would just have a section and then do some intersections to create.
Yeah, you'd have to use an intersection to do that.
So Greg, how did you get to the social icons?
How'd I get to them? What do you mean, to put them on the page?
Yeah, to put them in the up there
header?
in that, yeah.
They're right here. Social icons. That answer your question? Yeah, I just dragged them up from the panel here. Typed on social. They're right here. It's part of the Pro package.
Yeah, got it. How about what theme are you using?
What theme am I using? That's a good question. Not that it matters too much because the header's being replaced and the pages are being replaced. Appearance, themes. I'm using the Elementor Hello theme, which is a bare bones theme made by the Elementor folks.
I see you've got Astra there too. Do you often combine Astra with Elementor?
Yeah, I use Astra quite a bit. I just recently started using Hello more. But yeah, I had used Astra previous to that. It's supposedly the fastest theme. That's why I picked it up a while back. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Astra. Generate Press is good. Cadence is good. Ocean WP, these are good themes. But yeah, Hello suits my needs fine. All right, if anyone have any problems that they want to address to the group, maybe someone could help them out if I can't.
I just want to add something to your thoughts. This is Sharon.
Sharon.
So I forgot the name. I think his name's Bob that you were talking to. So if you're going to be creating like your own design headers and footers like this, the Hello theme is going to be better for you to use because it doesn't have all this crap in there like the Astra, Ocean, and Generate Press. So in that way, the Hello theme gives you basically just bare bones what you need to get started. It doesn't come with a design. It doesn't come with anything. So that way you have a leaner site.
Yeah, exactly. Good point, Sharon. And it's free.
Yeah.
That helps too.
Well, the Pro version you have to get to do the headers and footers, I think.
Oh, is there a Pro version of Hello?
No. Oh, I'm sorry, not Hello. I meant the Elementor plugin.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, the Hello theme is free, and there is a Hello Child theme, but you have to download it. You just do a search for Elementor Hello Child theme, and it sends you to it.
Okay, I haven't seen that. Does Elementor put that together?
Yeah.
Yeah, lately I don't use child themes, so.
Oh, shame on you.
I don't change the original theme at all, so everything should be fine.
But that's not the reason why you're supposed to use a child theme.
What's the reason? Help me.
Well, it's to help prevent. Okay, so like you just created some CSS, right?
Right.
So when Elementor updates and you just use the original theme, it's going to wipe out everything that you have in here because it's going to be replaced by the update. So if you want to keep your design changes, anything special that you've done, then you want to have a child theme in place so that those won't get overwritten.
You're saying if I update Elementor, this information will be lost?
Yep.
I have to try that.
I think, yeah, I
looked
think
at it.
nowadays the most themes do a good job of if they have that custom CSS field like that, I think they save that. I don't think that gets deleted.
It saves
So
in the
if
database.
all you're changing is a CSS, then you don't necessarily need a child theme. But every once in a while, there are a couple of things I change in the functions file. And if that's the case, then you definitely need a child theme.
Yeah, I create a plugin before I change the functions PHP file.
Yeah, if you do any, well, just consider anything customized. Anything customized that you do is going to disappear when the theme updates because like a lot of customization you'll do in your functions or your WP config or the CSS I do have to admit it does get saved sometimes, but you never know what you're going to lose. So just that in mind, any customizations, that's the key word is customizations that you do is going to be lost anytime.
The CSS edits that you make, it depends where you make the edits. If you make them here in Elementor, I think when you update Elementor, they're still saved. But if you make CSS changes in the theme editor and the WordPress theme editor, then those get overwritten.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, as far as CSS goes, I think that the problem I've run into before is that when you change themes, if you made your CSS in the in the WordPress's appearance area, then that's tied to the theme.
Yes.
And I think if you do it here, then I think it carries with you whenever you update Elementor. But
yeah, because he's got it on the section here, so he's really quite safe here because this particular CSS is definitely just on that section. But if he had it in the main style sheet, it would definitely go away.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I've taken both approaches for customization though, in terms of editing the functions files or creating a functionality plugin. I tend to use a child themes, and if it's appearance based, so it's really tied to the theme itself. Like if I'm if I'm including something that is really user interface wise, I'll do it in the functions file in the child theme, and I'll tend to do more functionality things that are tied to the site in a functionality plugin. But there's no harm in using a functionality plugin to go in and add CSS and other things that you might want to do that that you might normally do via functions file. And a lot depends on how you manage your files and so forth. I've got sites where I don't have the ability to, where I'm not in control of the theme, for clients, and somebody else developed the theme and they're controlling it. So I tend to do those in the functionality plugin. There are two different ways to skin the cat, I think.
Yeah, and it also depends on how much experience you have and you are aware of those things, where they're going to be updated at. I think the main reason why a child theme is highly recommended is just because of experience. If you know that these things are going to go away but are being overwritten, you want to protect yourself by creating a child theme.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that, I'm just going to use the basics and I'm not going to change anything, but you'd be surprised how much you start playing around and you start to change things and you forget where you changed something.
Oh, sure. If you go and edit the functions file, the functions in the Elementor theme itself, and of course that's going to be overwritten. And a lot of for people that are new to it, it just says, oh, go put this in your functions file.
Right.
You know, and so, yeah. And so for those people, that's really important. I got in the habit of functionality plugins for a while because, you know, pre-Elementor, I was changing themes. So like, let's say I'm updating the theme and I'm making a new theme. So I wanted to kind of keep as much separate as I could for the, you know, additions to the site's functionality. But yeah, that's really good tips.
Yeah, I just use a child theme because it takes, you know, literally like 2 minutes to set up and then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, especially there's plugins that'll do it for you now. So I guess
Yeah,
it can work
exactly.
for a while. LaDonna asked a question. Do you use Mega Menu in Astra? Anyone know about Mega Menus in Astra?
Well, I laugh at myself anytime I try to use a mega menu because I have failed terribly at trying to use them.
I haven't myself.
One that is really successful.
I tried using templates. That seems to kind of work, but other than that, I haven't used any third-party mega menus.
I tried.
What I've started doing on some sites when they ask for a mega menu like that is I won't include it in the top navigation bar. I'll create another bar that sits below the top navigation bar, and I'll just set it up as tabs.
That's a good way to do it, yeah.
I like that idea. So Donna, we didn't answer your question, I guess.
No, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's close enough.
All right, well, I think I'm going to call the meeting closure here. I appreciate you all for coming. And hope you
Hey,
have
thanks for doing that, Greg. It looks really good.
Yeah, that was helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you for
That was
doing it.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
like it.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Have a good day.
Thanks,
See you
Greg.
later.
Take care, everybody.
Bye. Bye.